extract lessons from adversity, whether it's patience, emotional control, or a deeper understanding of themselves. They do not let pain invade their minds. Instead, they use it to strengthen their spirit, refusing to be victims and choosing instead to become the masters of their own fate. Everyone knows Thomas Edison, the inventor of the electric light bulb. He was not someone who avoided failure. Rather, he was someone who knew how to use failure to achieve success. Throughout his journey to perfect the light bulb, Edison encountered over 1,000 failed attempts. Yet, instead of despairing, he saw each failure as a valuable lesson. When asked about his failures, he famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." This attitude embodies the essence of Stoicism, one that we can all learn from. Hardships, challenges, and pain are not obstacles to be feared, but opportunities for growth. From a Stoic perspective, pain is something that can lead to self-mastery and inner strength if we accept and confront it when we see. The philosopher Marcus Aurelius once said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This profound lesson teaches us how to transform obstacles into opportunities. What seems to hinder us is, in reality, a stepping stone that helps us rise. In difficult moments, instead of reacting impulsively with anger or frustration, a Stoic practitioner knows how to remain calm, take a deep breath, and think before acting. They understand that calmness is not a weakness, but a hidden strength. It allows them to control their emotions and find the right course of action in every situation. They do not let pain control them. Instead, they harness pain to build resilience. This does not mean we must suppress our emotions. In fact, recognizing and accepting pain is the first step to overcoming it. But rather than letting pain dictate our action, we can assess situations more objectively and make wiser decisions. In fact, one of the core principles of Stoicism is emotional self-discipline. Great Stoic warriors like Marcus Aurelius taught that true strength does not come from controlling external circumstances, but from mastering oneself. When faced with any situation, they did not react emotionally, but responded with reason. Applying this mindset in daily life is not difficult, but it requires persistence and discipline. Every day, take a moment of silence for yourself. Turn off your phone and step away from the noise of social media. This not only restores inner peace, but also helps you recharge to face future challenges. Instead of worrying about the past or the future, focus on the present moment. Only when you live fully in the now can you experience true peace. Finally, never shy away from difficulties. A warrior is not someone who avoids challenges, but someone who seeks to overcome them. Facing hardship strengthens resilience, fosters growth, and builds confidence in our abilities. With every obstacle you conquer, you become stronger. Calmness is power. It is not an easy trait to acquire, but if you practice daily, if you learn to restrain your emotions and avoid impulsive reactions, you will develop incredible inner strength. When your mind is strong, you can face any challenge in life without ever losing your composure or self-respect. Try practicing this today and share your thoughts in the comments. Have you ever encountered a stressful situation and chosen to remain calm? Let me know your story. 8. Control anger to maintain calm. Anger is a natural emotion that every one of us can experience. It is not the main problem. Rather, how we handle it determines the outcome. If you let anger take control, you will find yourself caught in a vicious cycle where emotions dictate actions, and the results are rarely what you desire. But what if you could master this emotion? Could you remain calm and composed even in the most stressful situations? The answer is yes. It is entirely possible. To achieve this, the first step is understanding that emotions, including anger, typically last only about 90 seconds. This is a simple yet incredibly powerful rule. In just 90 seconds, emotions arise, peak, and then subside. However, if you keep feeding them rather than letting them pass naturally, they will linger, influencing your thoughts and actions. That is why the first step to controlling anger is being aware of this time frame. Remind yourself, this feeling will pass too. This awareness is crucial to preventing anger from taking root. Next, you must learn to catch yourself from insults and criticism. Most of the words or actions that provoke your anger are not truly directed at you. They are often the result of someone else's emotions, insecurities, or dissatisfaction. When you recognize this, you will stop taking things personally. You will realize that criticism or offensive actions are not direct attacks on your self-worth, but rather inevitable reactions from the external world. Instead of responding immediately, you will develop the ability to stay composed and avoid unnecessary conflicts. One of the most powerful ways to shift your response to anger is by changing your internal dialogue. Instead of thinking, "How dare they do this to me?" ask yourself, "Is this really worth losing my composure over?" By changing the way you approach the situation and reframing your inner language, you will notice a shift in how you manage emotions. This simple question not only forces you to pause and reflect, but also creates space between your feeling and your response. It gives you the time to take control, allowing you to decide whether the situation is even worth a reaction. Calmness and emotional control are not innate abilities, but learned skills that can be practiced and strengthened over time. And this practice is not complicated. It is a series of small actions, being aware of emotions, reshaping your thoughts, and distancing yourself from criticism. These simple yet effective steps will not only help you handle anger better, but also allow you to maintain composure in all situations. And this very composure is the true strength that Stoicism teaches us. Maintaining silence and emotional control can be challenging, but once you recognize the power of composure, you will understand that silence is not a weakness. It is a strategic tool for protecting your inner peace and self-respect. Stay with us, because in the final part, we will explore how to apply silence in everyday life and how it can be a powerful tool for maintaining composure in the most difficult situations. Let's dive into how you can incorporate this into every moment of your life to create a real transformation. 9. Application of silence in daily life. In Stoic philosophy, silence is considered a powerful tool for maintaining composure and preserving self-respect in tense situations. Seneca, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, once said, "Silence is a lesson learned from the many sufferings of life." This quote emphasizes that silence is not merely a choice, but a profound lesson in life, helping us listen to ourselves and the world around us. To apply silence in daily life, the first step is to reduce exposure to negative information. Media channels, social networks, and individuals who constantly complain can keep your mind in a state of perpetual tension. Consuming excessive negative news can cloud your ability to think clearly and make you prone to impulsive reactions rather than thoughtful decisions. In fact, studies have shown that reducing exposure to negative news enhances happiness and decreases anxiety. By choosing silence and distancing yourself from these sources, your mind gains the space needed to think clearly and respond with greater calmness. Along with minimizing exposure to negativity, another powerful method to practice silence is to spend at least 10 minutes a day in complete stillness. During this time, you can sit quietly, focus on your breath, and let your thoughts pass without interference. This silence not only soothes the mind, but also strengthens emotional control and self-awareness. Imagine sitting in a quiet room, with no sounds except for the rhythm of your own breathing. That feeling can help you realize that in silence, you don't have to do anything. You simply have to be yourself. It is in these moments that inner strength is nurtured and calmness becomes a natural response. One of the most valuable lessons silence teaches is the ability to speak less and listen more. In conversations, speaking less but with depth can have a far greater impact. Often, hastily spoken words only add to tension and bring no real value. However, if you master the art of silence, listening attentively, and speaking only when necessary, your words will carry more weight. A great example of this is Warren Buffett, known for his wisdom and exceptional investment skills. He once shared, "The most important investment you can make is in yourself." Buffett never rushes to voice his opinion in meetings. Instead, he listens, reflects, and only speaks when he has something truly valuable to contribute. His silence allows him to gain deeper insights and make well-informed decisions. Similarly, in daily life, we must learn to remain silent in difficult situations rather than reacting immediately. These moments of silence grant us control over our emotions, helping us stay composed and make better choices. Ultimately, silence in life is not just about stopping speech. It is about self-discipline and thinking before acting. Silence brings strength not only in conversations, but also in stressful situations, allowing you to maintain composure and self-respect. In life, we cannot control every situation, but we can fully control how we respond. As Stoic philosophy teaches, calmness is true strength. When you learn to respond thoughtfully instead of reacting impulsively, you not only protect yourself, but also affirm your self-respect and sense of control. This not only helps you handle stressful situations, but also contributes to building inner peace. Have you ever experienced a situation where silence and emotional control helped you prevail? Share your story in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss future content. Stay tuned and watch the next video coming up. There are days when you wake up feeling weighed down, as if the whole world is pressing against your shoulders. A single criticism can make you falter. A seemingly insignificant failure lingers in your mind, haunting you for the rest of the day. Your emotions rise and fall like a small boat caught in a raging storm, easily swept away by forces beyond your control. You want to be stronger, more resilient, but how do you achieve that? Is there a way to train yourself so that life's unexpected challenges no longer take you to the core? The answer lies in Stoic philosophy, a treasury of wisdom that has helped people cultivate inner strength for centuries. In this video, I will share 11 time-tested Stoic habits that will help you build emotional resilience. This isn't just theory. These are lessons I have practiced, experienced, and discovered their true value. So pay close attention and don't miss a single part. Because even the smallest shift in mindset can completely transform the way you navigate life. Number one, embrace the present moment. There's a strange paradox in life. We always want to control the future, rewrite the past, yet we forget the only thing we truly own, the present moment. I used to be an unhappy dreamer. I spent hours imagining a better life, a better version of myself, smarter, more successful, more loved. When I failed, I clung to my failures like wounds that would never heal. When I achieved something, I lived in fear of losing it. I existed in a limbo between two worlds, one that had passed and one that had yet to come. But ironically, I had never truly lived. Let me tell you a story. Once, I stood on a cliff overlooking the ocean. Before me stretched the vast sea, waves crashing relentlessly, the sky an endless blue. Yet instead of immersing myself in that moment, my mind wandered. Am I on the right path? What will my future look like? Then, in an instant, a strong gust of wind swept past me, pulling me back into reality. It struck me how much beauty I had wasted simply because I was consumed by things beyond my control. This is the problem. We don't truly live. We exist in the stories we tell ourselves, the past we replay, the future we imagine. But rarely do we pause to experience what is happening right now. Epictetus once said, "How long are you going to wait before you demand the best for yourself?" So I ask you, how long will you wait before you truly start living? Look at your day. Have you ever eaten a meal without really tasting it? Walked down a familiar street without noticing your surroundings? Talk to someone while your mind drifted elsewhere? If so, you haven't been living. You've been sleepwalking through life. But here's the good news. You can change that instantly. You don't have to wait until tomorrow. You don't need a special occasion. Right now, you can pause, take a deep breath, and fully experience this moment. Listen to the hum of traffic, feel the air on your skin, hear your own heartbeat. That is presence. Target small challenge. The next time you drink coffee, really drink it. Feel the difference. The warmth spreading through you. The rich aroma filling the air. When you walk, feel each step. When you talk to someone, truly listen. Every moment is a gift, if you're willing to open it. Seneca wrote, "Life is long, if you know how to use it." Whether life is short or long doesn't matter. What matters is whether you are truly living it. And if you want to be emotionally strong, start by embracing this moment. Because life is not a destination. It is every moment you are alive, right now. Number two, cultivate resilience in every situation. Imagine you are James, a man who once lived a peaceful life until it was no longer peaceful. One October morning, he woke up to find that the company he had worked at for 7 years had gone bankrupt. In a single moment, his world crumbled. No more paycheck, no more insurance, no more certainty. All that remained was one question echoing in his mind. What now? Have you ever felt that way? When life blindsides you with a crushing blow, when carefully laid plans are shattered by a harsh reality, in that moment, you have two choices: collapse under the weight of despair, or use adversity as the raw material to build a stronger version of yourself. The Stoics never believed life would be easy. They did not pray for a smooth road, but instead learned to walk the rough ones. Seneca once wrote, "A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trial." A gemstone only becomes brilliant after being refined by pressure, and a person only becomes truly strong through hardship. So, how do we cultivate resilience? First, learn to welcome adversity. Instead of fearing or resenting it, see it as a strict but fair teacher. When James lost his job, he could have drowned in despair, or he could see it as an opportunity to explore new possibilities. When you face failure, don't ask, why is this happening to me? Instead, ask, what can I learn from this? Second, train your mind to prepare for the worst. The Stoics practiced premeditatio malorum, the art of mentally rehearsing worst-case scenarios. If you condition yourself to accept that anything can happen, then when it actually does, you won't be shocked. You'll meet it with the calm composure of someone who was already prepared. Third, practice getting back up every time you fall. No one builds resilience just by reading about it. You have to act. If life knocks you down, stand up. If you get knocked down again, rise once more. Resilience is not about never falling. It's about always getting back up, no matter how many times you've been beaten down. What did James do after losing his job? He took a week to reflect, and then decided to learn programming, something he had always been curious about, but never dared to try. He struggled. He felt discouraged, but he didn't give up.
Subscribe to my channel if y'all are not.
And landed a job even better than his last.
Live.
The key to resilience is not
Live.
avoiding
Telling them to go follow me.
but using it to fuel your growth. When life knocks you down, remember, pain does not come to destroy you. It comes to forge you into a warrior. Are you ready to rise and keep fighting? If so, hit that like button to let me know you're on this journey with me. And don't forget to subscribe, because every day I'll bring you Stoic wisdom that can change your life. Number 3, train your mind to stay focused. Seneca once said, to be everywhere is to be nowhere. If you let your mind wander aimlessly, you will never achieve anything truly meaningful. A fighter focuses on every strike. An artist pours their soul into every brushstroke, and a stoic warrior directs their thoughts only toward what is within their control. And you? Where are you placing your attention? Ask yourself, how many times a day do you let your mind drift away? When was the last time you sat down with a book without reaching for your phone? Have you ever started an important task, only to check your messages minutes later, and spiral into an endless loop of distractions? That is how you allow your life to slip away into the hands of the insignificant. Focus is not an inborn trait. It is a habit that must be cultivated. Look at the masters of history, Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, or even today's most successful individuals. They don't have more hours in the day than you do. They simply know how to eliminate the unimportant. But every distraction is an act of theft, stealing time and energy from their own lives. So how do you train the wild beast within your mind? Start with a simple ritual. Each morning, before the day begins, write down the 3 most important things you must accomplish. Not 10, not 5, just 3. Then ask yourself, if today were my last, would I be willing to let it slip away in insignificance? If the answer is no, then act immediately, without hesitation. You can also practice the Pomodoro technique. Work with absolute focus for 25 minutes. Then take a 5-minute break. Or try time blocking, like the world's most successful people. Dedicate specific periods of your day to specific tasks. And during that time, allow nothing to intrude. But above all, Train a stoic mind. When distractions arise, ask yourself, does this help me become the best version of myself? If not, remove it instantly. If Marcus Aurelius could write meditations in the midst of battle, if Epictetus could master his mind despite being born into slavery, if Seneca could reflect on life even as he faced death, then you, too, can learn to take command of your mind amidst the chaos of the world. And remember, your mind is a warrior, not a wanderer. Train it well, and it will lead you to heights you never imagined possible. Number 4, practice deep breathing for inner calm. Breath, something so simple, so ordinary, yet for those who follow Stoic philosophy, it is the gateway to inner tranquility. When life throws its challenges at you, your breath remains your most faithful companion, anchoring you amidst the turbulent sea of emotions. Do you know that a single deep, slow breath can unlock the door to serenity? Imagine yourself standing on the shore of a stormy sea. Your mind, like the crashing waves, roars with anxiety, anger, or unease, dragging you into its restless currents. But in that very moment, you make a choice. You take a deep breath, listen to the wind, and feel each second as the air fills your lungs. Suddenly, you are no longer lost in the storm. You become part of the stillness beneath the waves. This is the power of mindful breathing, turning inward to find peace amidst the chaos. Deep breathing is not merely a physical technique, it is an act of mastery over yourself. When your mind is clouded with worry, when tough decisions loom before you, or when emotions threaten to take over, remember, your breath is always there, waiting for you to return. By inhaling deeply, holding the air for a moment, and exhaling with awareness, you don't just slow your heartbeat and ease tension. You create space in your mind, allowing clarity and reason to emerge. Try this. When faced with the pressures of work or the weight of uncertainty, instead of letting fear take control, close your eyes and picture yourself as an unshakable mountain. Take a deep breath. Feel the air filling you with strength and stability. Hold that moment. Savor the stillness. Then exhale slowly, as if releasing every ounce of unnecessary tension. By focusing on your breath, you've made a profound yet simple choice to confront reality rather than be burdened by it. Epictetus once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." And the first, most powerful reaction, your breath. Deep breathing won't stop the storms of life, but it will help you master your mind, transforming every challenge into an opportunity to showcase your composure, strength, and inner fortitude. A fighter before a match, a monk before meditation, a leader before a crucial decision, all have one thing in common. They control their breath. So if you seek emotional resilience, don't overlook this powerful weapon. See breath control as a mental exercise, a discipline that strengthens your inner resolve. Now, let's try something together. Inhale deeply through your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for a moment. Now gently exhale through your mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4. Repeat this 2 or 3 times. Do you feel your body growing lighter, your mind settling into calmness? If so, share your experience in the comments. Your journey toward emotional mastery begins here. Number 5. Master the art of saying no. Imagine yourself standing in the middle of a bustling square. Voices call out from every direction. Help me with this. Join that. Can you do this for me? And every time you nod, an invisible stream tightens around you, pulling you further into commitments you never truly wanted. By the end of the day, you're drained, looking back at your time and realizing you've been living according to others' expectations, not your own value. The truth is, saying no isn't about rejecting others, it's about respecting yourself. Take John, for example, a hard-working employee, always eager to be liked by his colleagues. Whenever someone needed help, he couldn't bring himself to refuse. But one day, as he sat alone reflecting, he realized he had spent countless hours fulfilling others' requests, yet had no time left to chase his own dreams. What had he sacrificed? His peace, his freedom, and the most important goals of his life. One of the most effective ways to master the art of saying no is to define what truly matters. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "If you seek tranquility, do less, or more accurately, do what's essential. Do less, better. If you want peace, do less, but do what is truly valuable." Before agreeing to something, ask yourself, does this align with my priorities? Does it bring real value, or is it merely a distraction? If I say yes to this, what more important thing will I have to give up? Learning to say no doesn't mean becoming cold or distant. You can decline with both respect and sincerity. Try saying, "Thank you for thinking of me, but I can't commit to this right now." Or, "I truly appreciate the opportunity, but I need to focus on my other important commitments." A short, clear statement that shows you are a person of principle. And most importantly, remember that saying no to what doesn't matter is saying yes to yourself. The first time may feel difficult. You may fear losing a relationship. But those who truly respect you won't leave just because you stand by your boundaries. And those who do, perhaps they never truly valued you in the first place. Now, imagine a day where you only do what truly matters to you, not out of pressure, not out of fear, but because you know that every moment of your life belongs to you, and only you have the right to decide how to spend it. And if someone asks you for something that doesn't align, smile and say, "No," because that's not rejection. It's an affirmation that you are in control of your life. Number 6, accept what is beyond your control. How many times have we been angry over things beyond our control? A sudden downpour ruins our plans. A friend turns their back on us. An opportunity slips away due to sheer unfairness. We rage, we regret, we torment ourselves, as if our suffering could somehow turn back time. But Epictetus once said, "It is not events that disturb people, it is their judgments concerning them." The issue is not what happens, but how we perceive it. The day I realized I couldn't control the world, I felt empty. If the future wasn't mine to shape, then what was I even fighting for? But then it hit me. I could still control myself. I couldn't stop the rain, but I could choose to enjoy the cool droplets on my skin. I couldn't change people's hearts, but I could decide how I responded. I couldn't force a closed door to reopen, but I could seek out another one to walk through. Epictetus once said, "Some things are up to us, and some things are not." And when you truly grasp this, you will experience a freedom unlike anything before. You will no longer be a puppet to circumstances, but the master of your own reactions. When someone hurts you, instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask, "What can I learn from this?" When failure knocks at your door, don't break down. Instead, ask yourself, what's my next move? I no longer try to control what is beyond my reach. I no longer waste energy on meaningless anger. I no longer live shackled to an unchangeable past or an unpredictable future. I focus only on the one thing I truly own, myself. And strangely, that has made me stronger than ever before. Congratulations, you've made it halfway through. Not everyone persists this far, and that proves your commitment to self-growth. Mark this milestone by commenting, "Let it go," as a declaration of release and maturity. But don't stop here. Every part of this video is a crucial piece of the puzzle. Keep watching until the end to uncover the full strategies that will help you build emotional resilience and take control of your life. Number 7. Reflect on your actions and growth. In the battlefield of the mind, true strength does not belong to those who have never failed, but to those who dare to confront themselves every single day. Have you ever asked yourself, if today were the last day of my life, would I be satisfied with how I've lived? If the answer is no, then reflect and transform self-examination into a powerful weapon to sharpen your will. Imagine walking a tightrope between two towering skyscrapers, fierce winds howling, heart pounding. Every step is a crucial decision. You cannot afford a single misstep. Life is the same. Each passing day is a step forward. But if you never take a moment to look back, how will you know if you're heading in the right direction? Meet Jack, an entrepreneur. His days are consumed with chasing goals, closing deals, and expanding his career. But never once does he ask himself, am I truly living or merely existing? One evening, as he returns home, he finds his son asleep at the dinner table, having waited for his father in vain. In that moment, reality strikes. Jack has been running an endless race without ever stopping to check he was on the right path. Have you ever felt like you were chasing something, only to forget why you started in the first place? Self-reflection is not about self-judgment or blame. It's about deeper understanding. Ask yourself, did I act in alignment with my values today? If you believe in patience but snap at a waiter over a delayed meal, that's a signal to recalibrate. If you value integrity but shy away from keeping a promise, that's a call for change. Seneca once said, the greatest obstacle to living is expectancy, which hangs upon tomorrow and loses today. Don't postpone self-reflection. If you don't take time to understand yourself today, you will remain a stranger to yourself tomorrow. The simplest way to practice this: every night before sleeping, close your eyes and ask yourself 3 questions. What did I do well today? What could I have done better? How will I improve tomorrow? Don't let the days slip through your fingers like grains of sand, leaving no trace behind. Every moment of reflection lays another brick in the foundation of a stronger, more resilient soul. Emotional resilience isn't built by avoiding mistakes, but by facing them with courage, learning, and moving forward. So tonight, as the world fades into darkness, take a quiet moment to converse with yourself. Because self-reflection does more than help you understand who you are. It becomes the guiding light that leads you toward the strongest version of yourself. Number 8, strengthen the mind-body connection. Imagine you are a general on the battlefield. Your army is your mind, and the fortress you must protect is your body. If the fortress crumbles, no matter how skilled your army is, it will fall. If the army is in disarray, No matter how strong the fortress stands, it won't hold for long. This is one of the most vital and practical lessons from the Stoic sages. The mind and body are inseparable. They must grow together, strengthen together, and endure together. Observe yourself on days when you are exhausted, sleep-deprived, or have been sitting for hours on end. Isn't it easier to become irritable, pessimistic, and trapped in negative thoughts? That is undeniable proof of how the body influences the mind. Stoics didn't just train their intellect, they honed their physical strength as a core part of their philosophy. Seneca advised, "It is in times of security that the spirit should be preparing itself for difficult times. While fortune is bestowing favors on it, it's the time for it to be strengthened against her rebuffs." What does this mean? When you are strong, prepare for hardship by training your body. Walk in the rain without complaining. Put yourself through an intense workout to test your willpower. Take cold showers to build resilience. These small challenges do more than make you physically stronger. They teach you that you are capable of enduring far more than you think. So how do you forge a deep connection between mind and body? Turn every movement into a conscious act. When you walk, feel each step touch the ground. When you lift something heavy, focus on your breath and the tension in your muscles. When you eat, chew slowly and savor every flavor. This is how you cultivate mindfulness, one of the foundational principles of Stoic philosophy. Try something simple right now. Sit up straight, relax your shoulders, close your eyes, and take a deep breath. Feel the air filling your lungs, hold it for a few seconds, and then exhale slowly. Even this small action can bring you calm. Now imagine practicing this daily, alongside movement and physical discipline. How resilient would you become? Remember, you cannot control the world, but you can control yourself. And to do that, you must first master your body. You don't need to be an athlete or a fighter, but you must be a warrior in your own life. Wake up a little earlier, breathe a little deeper, walk a little farther, discipline yourself a little more. And day by day, step by step, you will become unstoppable. But even the strongest warrior cannot fight endlessly under constant tension and relentless striving. Emotional strength is not just about endurance. It is the art of seeing life with an open heart. When we learn to appreciate what we have, rather than chase what we lack, our minds become unshaken by life's uncertainties. How do you cultivate this mindset? The answer awaits in the next part. Number 9, foster gratitude in daily life. Have you ever wondered, if you woke up tomorrow with only the things you were grateful for today, what would you have left? We often dwell on what we lack while overlooking what we have. A warm cup of coffee in the morning, sunlight streaming through the window, a friend who truly listened. These simple things could disappear at any moment. And when they do, we suddenly realize how much we have, yet never fully appreciated. In Stoic philosophy, gratitude is not a luxury but a mental discipline. It not only brings happiness, but also fortifies the heart against life's uncertainties. Epictetus once said, "Do not spoil what you have by desiring what you have not. Remember that what you now have was once among the things you only hoped for." Don't let what you have be ruined by longing for what you don't. Remember, there was once a time when you desperately wished for exactly what you possess now. But how do we resist the endless dissatisfaction of modern life? Try the paradoxical practice of gratitude. Imagine losing something valuable, someone you love, your stable job, even your ability to walk. Close your eyes and truly feel that loss. It may send a chill down your spine, but when you open your eyes, you'll realize you still have it. You can still love, still work, still move. This feeling is more powerful than any reminder to be grateful. This isn't a psychological trick, it's an awakening. Gratitude doesn't mean ignoring hardships or pretending everything is perfect. It is the art of recognizing that even in pain, there is something to appreciate. Think back to the last time you faced a major challenge. At first, it may have crushed you, but now, looking back, what did you learn? How did it make you stronger, wiser? These moments shape the person you are today. If we can be grateful even for our struggles, nothing can break us. Right now, take a simple yet powerful action. Write down one thing you're grateful for that you once took for granted. Maybe it's someone who has always stood by you, an opportunity that changed your life, or simply the breath you're taking at this moment. As you build this habit, you won't just be cultivating gratitude, you'll be strengthening your emotional resilience. And the most incredible part, you don't have to wait for loss to appreciate what you have. You can do it right now. Do you agree? If so, comment grateful and strong to affirm your commitment to gratitude. If you have other thoughts or perspectives, share them in the comments. Together, we'll uncover even more meaning in this journey. Number 10. Harness the power of forgiveness. In Stoicism, forgiveness is neither weakness nor surrender. It is the highest expression of inner strength. When we forgive, we do not do it for others. We do it for ourselves. We release the weight of resentment and open the door to inner peace. Imagine holding on to a burning iron rod, fueled by anger. The longer you grip it, the more it sears into you, consuming you from within. Only by letting go can you truly be free. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy." When someone wrongs us, our instinct is to retaliate, to hold on to hatred as if it were a weapon. But ask yourself, does this bring peace? Or does it shackle your mind to the past? Hatred is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to perish.
Y'all go subscribe to my channel if you
Is
haven't already.
Did you know Epictetus was once a slave, brutally mistreated by his master? Yet instead of drowning in